kickoff.
So
See if they bring out something new
if let's switch it for a moment. So if you're T1, if you hold here on defense the whole time, they can't hit B, right? The good thing with a Brim is you can go smoke, 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 then you can go over towards site. The Astra can only have a smoke here, so if you hold hookah, you will perma have like the best crossfire you could imagine over towards site. So when we do switch, Talon gonna have to take hookah control.
It's going to be a pinch, but
T1 though, do start on attack and Talon start on defense.
Trying to be a flood all the way through. There's the Dizzy already. The raise on to the
no
side,
way,
Jitboy's
got another.
3 kills to Talon's name. Thank that for Meteor left all alone, and they just flood him.
Nice little crunch on this one. Okay, Talon getting off to a way better start than the first map.
Quick. I mean, the lineups being sent through, but kind of everything being noted by Talon immediately.
Also, Fanatics chances later.
You have the
probably pretty good. It should be a nice game.
And that's where a lot of those kills and contact.
They're leaning heavier into Alpha's individual skill is going to win his games. And honestly, he's so talented that I'm so fine with it. Dude, look at this. Look at this buy. He got double judge, outlaw, and a marshal. I mean, I'm not against it. I get scared with the judges. I will say that. The judges do worry me.
A little bit of an uncharacteristic whiff there as he takes some damage himself, and Stack's able to push up. One for Bad.
Do you see him?
Out. He is aware
he knows
of
he's there now.
As well,
yeah, okay,
and he
nice.
cleans out Meteor. That's a lot of info going over to Talon. Primi still getting chased through his Stacks. Knows he had the tag with a fast swing out. Able to take them down, but the spike already stranded.
Jesus, thank God for ban on this one.
Collect another kill for himself. Stacks for the outlaw.
There's a lot of people in chat. He can one-shot everyone. They have the spike, but
looking towards the back lines.
Yeah, so round-wise, it's not looking great for T1, obviously, with the spike already being stranded and Talon having spotted it. However, Outlaw in hand.
Yeah, it's a devastating gun for Primi to lose. That's kind of why he's playing so passive.
Could look to do some damage, and that's exactly what Stacks is waiting to do. See if there's a wraparound, see if there's a pinch. Now, double team looking to push back out of Hookah.
It's a weird angle. Like you would imagine Jitboy's gets the kill. Stacks might no-scope him or something. That's about it.
And finds him, that's one, and it's a
I wanted to cover all my bases there, because Jitboy's honestly should be getting the kill the whole time.
Yeah, despite being able to pick up the outlaw. I mean, there was there was some kind of a chance there, Trevor. You know, it looks really good. And we were kind of rooting for it, but at the same time, just because Talon Jitboys kind of noted that spike on the ground.
Oh no, because the Marshal saved. Yes, they didn't actually save that many guns. Marshal, Judge.
The barrel wasn't quite showing itself just yet, but Jitboys knew where he had to be.
Yeah, I mean, great angle, cutting closer and closer from Jitboys to make sure he doesn't get peeked out. And they choose to keep the two judges instead of training it out for one of the outlaws.
Judge instead of the outlaw, but I do think that makes sense, right? They see the outlaw, you're probably going to think he might be saving that, and then you have the judge, and honestly the judge is very good on this map.
In hand. And this time, Sonic Sensors once again set up towards the A side. It's the Stars keeping the delay over by the B side. Governor planted in the cubby on A short, but surely
by worked. I mean, the Marshal saved them.
Hearing all those judges, and it's just sprayed out from Buzz right through the wall as he sees the kneecap.
Just seeing him real early on this one. Insta send. Okay, I like this. We've got some safe pathing.
That 0 point earlier from before on Stacks in towards Hookah was kind of a bit of a fake as well. Buzz continuing to go in with an onslaught. Second player down, that's Primi. Cruz trying to snipe down whatever he can with this Marshal of his, but not being able to find too much.
Yeah, some chip damage onto the members, but T1 so far still looking good to keep all 5 members alive. It's going to be Van closing in with that Vandal. He needs to find value, but he gets shut down. That's the Vandal dropped.
Buzz is
wrecking him. Just the judge in hand. Not much he can do. The most you can hope is maybe someone is hunting you down, trying to push out, and you get an extra.
It's a shame that Meech is holding this angle. Otherwise, he might be good for a kill on Buzz.
Pretty much our whole threats. It's unless if T1 pushes into Jitboys, but they're not gonna be able to find too much. At the same time, I mean, just down to a lot of these tiny little minute movements. T1, a couple bursts in, it kind of baits Cruz out into the peak.
Okay, double armor rebuy.
I mean, I respect it. See if you can try to find a timing right there at the end for a ninja defuse. Yeah. I mean, you
think that Lev have any chance of being G2? I mean, they have a chance.
Imminent.
I just haven't seen enough of Lev to even know where I stand on him much.
So Buzz just being wary of the fact that they saw so many judge shots in the previous round.
Very cognizant of what's going on the map right now. T1 keeping themselves in the game.
Right. This is the buy rounds,
the
and we
now brought out by
double
Governor,
up showers, but we get the op.
Big investment, but if you can make it work, it's a huge snowball, especially on bind.
Fake
There's
smoke.
that fake smoke, and he finds Meteor, and that's a huge burden off of Talon's shoulders. It's
Yeah,
going
the
to be
fake smoke worried me a little bit.
Passive
It was a
info to
nice
watch
shot
the
though.
flanks. One of the flashes gone as well.
Still though, a little bit of information off of that. T1 trying to work their way in towards the A site. Smoke's in their way though, but they're still able to blast pack all the way in. Buzz clearing out baths, and now able to get the spike down on site.
Yeah, so now you know that the operator full rotated. That's what T1 was banking on. A lot of times the operator, of course, trying to switch locations. It's going to be that push out. This time the Prowler comes through on that TP. Buzz trying to fight it. Doesn't get caught by the Seas. That's huge, but he's still got a lot of angles to watch out for. There's the Cosmic Divide. Buzz, where does he choose to fight? He's just going to hold close. Trust his
where are we, man?
teammates to hold on to the spike. Sylvan just getting out of range, but eventually gets run down. And Buzz
This game
just keeps
sometimes.
up. Cruz tied up in the TP. He cannot help his team. Now he's back. Buzz being very busy, eventually gets taken down. Time still ticking. Talon on the defuse. There's the push in. They've got the
very nice from
bodyguards,
Talon.
and that's going
Yeah,
to be
the Astro was pretty good
defusing
hit.
to make sure. Oh no, he's still gone. Ban diffusing. I was watching it. I was like, Gecko. Of course, the first diffuser still showing up on that UI, but Ban will be 2 points away.
Okay, and they didn't
here
actually
from
lose that many
Thrash.
people,
And
so the money's
thankfully
pretty good
getting
here.
that defuse, so still, you know,
This Gecko
overall,
flash wrecked
really
them
successful
as
retake
well.
from Talon, right? Coming in with all those smokes, but at the same time, the Cosmic Divide, they kept Buzz away from the
Yeah,
fight,
this
but
Astro
also
was
being
really
able to
nice.
swarm in
They
like
had
that.
Gravnet behind it, and then
Some of
anyone
those
that pushed
T1
through, they
players
had Gecko flash.
That's the timeout.
Whoa, it's a
Big
nice early
reads coming
timeout.
out from Talon, making sure that they just shut down at least one of those lanes, whether it's going to be B main
What is the most
or
stacked
Bats.
roster in
And as long as
Valorant?
that's shut down, they're ready for the retake as well, because you can
At the
still
moment,
have that
I mean, the
TP,
most
you can
stacked
still have the
roster is
wraparound,
Vitality.
especially if you take out Meteor. I mean, that's
I
again
would
the
say.
sheer wall
In
gone,
terms of
whether it's for the
individuals?
post plant, whether it's for that info. So T1 looking to adjust, because their default setups, you know, it's not a copy paste, it's not cookie cutter like it used to be.
It's just if
I mean,
they,
coming in from the off
just if
season,
they
but Talon just looked prepared, and that early operator, obviously, that
all
serves
get
a
on,
big role.
to be
Governor
honest.
getting that open
This is,
shot.
as long as they all get on and
a
the
lot more
calling's good and
relaxed
they
this
all
time
want it.
around.
Definitely feeling a little bit more at ease.
Oh, even a little motivated, liking what he hears. Okay. Not that I'm a master at reading his body language, but that's how I'm going to interpret it.
I mean, I feel like, you know, you see someone like pumping their fist up like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's got to be a positive sign.
Yeah, he heard something and he's pumping his fists. Okay, yeah, that sounds good for Talon. See if it's good enough to bring us to a third map. Izu also
Okay, they
just
know the
one
op is
away
still out,
from his own
and
thrash, but
whoa.
Grammy's got that
Okay,
annihilation.
we're going for the
And this looks
Prowler
like it
into
might
insta
be the
TP.
trap play out of Hookah. Trying to push through. It's going to
So
be
he
the
knows where to
operator
pre-aim.
following the Prowler as
That's
well.
nice though.
Risky business here from Governor, but they'll make it work.
Yeah, that's nice though. I like that.
Nothing noted. A lot of T1 players just making sure to keep away from some of these possible plays. Not quite sure what it is.
Okay,
Meanwhile, at the same time, though,
got
Talon
fish
set
ult,
up.
they
I
got
mean, this is
showers
a really good
control.
one. Annihilation would be able to capture into anyone who's inside of Bats.
There comes the Thrash as well, just trying to keep it at bay with the Gravnet.
Oh,
Love the
God.
slowdown, so it doesn't get
That
as
was-
much
that was
information. You've
close,
already given
though.
the
They
site,
went
but
for
you're holding onto
Gravnet-
backside, and you mentioned the
Gravnet
Annihilation.
mush
We'll see if it
combo.
comes through the barrier mesh.
Your boy's a
Now closing
lunatic.
off short.
He's
Jitboys
on
pushes
that.
out of it as well. Eventually gets traded, but some delay on the route. There's Annihilation trying to draw in. Meanwhile, Wingman finishes it. Premi ready for the pickup kill against Meteor. Some of that post plant once again gone, and the spam through
nice.
from Ban. It's a good
Damn,
read.
nice shot.
Premi with a nice shot out to Buzz, and now just Izu all
Damn,
alone.
nice shots
Too many
everywhere.
members to fight, and
Premi did
Talon
great,
winning
huh?
the round after the
Primi
opponent's
did really good,
timeout.
huh?
Yeah, really successful.
Gravnet
with their
over towards
setup. I mean,
showers,
I
stops
guess
the
this
fish
is
from coming
why
out, and no
Frost
one else
was
can
that
follow it.
comfortable and
Oh,
also
on
hyping
short,
his team up. They were
Just
kind
held
of
it the
prepared
whole
for
time,
this.
and
They had
then
the
this
setup.
shot
They
on
kinda
whoever
knew
this
that
was,
the
I guess it was
teleporter
Buzz.
play would
That was
funnel
sick.
T1 in towards the A site where they had everything set up.
Yeah, and obviously, again, risky to do it with the operator, but you're sending the Prowler out to make sure you clear space. And like you said, it really funnels them in, because if they were to come in through B main, you still have hookah control, you still have delay with one of those Astra Stars, and now you just hold on to backside. The Gravnades delay the Thrash as well, just every part of T1's game plan read by Talon. And Ban looking happy as well. They're on the stage now. The stack over by B side, making sure that they are able to keep control of B main and that teleporter so that they can
And
go
they
for
want to go
rotates if need
faster
be.
with this one. Stingers come out.
Peeking to be main.
Ooh, that's nice as well. We go fake smoke with the eye behind it, so then the smoke goes, anyone in the open gets revealed by the eye that's already
So Talon
formed.
already pushed out. So if it's B, they got to wrap around. And if it's A, they can rotate over. Can they hold on in Octagon? That's one kill. But Buzz, if he peeks out too far, oh, it's a nice snap on from Governor. And
dude, he hit the third one as well.
Like
that was sick from him. Dude, this strat is nice as well, though. This is cool.
As well. What a way to wrap around, controlling alt orbs, pushing
like this round a
out,
lot.
but also being able to hold down the angle from Garden. Just blocks off so much of T1 that they couldn't quite plant their feet into the site. Sure, they managed to drop off a hookah, but no one was able to find these trades and refrags. But at the same time, you got to consider
we're feeling it.
Yeah, it is a bit of a half buy from T1. So it's just overall Talon being able to read the map and play it round to round quite well.
And Ban still has his Thrash, hasn't really needed
look how
it.
proactive
Now
they are.
Got other ults cycling up. It's a good jump peek. I love the attempt.
Sure, he got one, yeah, and he got the smokes.
The operator does get dropped. T1 trying to make sure that it's not recoverable. There comes some Util coming out from Cruz, and now the push out. There's the Steel Garden. They're trying to pinch on to Talon. Showstopper used. Buzz, can he get the kill?
No way,
not
Cruz
quite in
got the kill with the
trade
classic.
Comes through, but Ban is holding on
Big
to
1v1.
There's the peek out. He gets hit by Dizzy. Has to back out. Counter Dizzy himself. Finds one. Where's the cover for Meteor? He's still hiding
say he
out.
got
The
fish
Thrash
out,
comes
but
in. Primi
think
now
he
looking for
they
that
might have earned
info.
it.
The Thrash hits him. Primi, does he cover for Meteor? He expects it. He spots Meteor. He wins the fight. And now Izu left all alone. Just cannot dance long enough.
A big shot from Primi. Dude, they look nice,
A lot
though.
of that hinged
They're
on
looking
towards
nice.
Meteor, finding
Every
that
single time they're
one-on-one
mixing up
against
something
Primi,
with
but a
Gov,
little
like he's
unfortunate.
everywhere.
Primi was just that sharp
Showers
and
up,
clean
then he
with
went
the
TP up,
strafing.
then he
And at
went
the same time, as
long
soon as
B
those
up,
trades went
now
through,
it's
despite
short
T1 with the
insta
right
jump
play
up.
to
Like, this is
break
good.
down Hookah, they weren't quite able to break down into the site. They had that, what was it? Jit Boys was still, Ben was
Like,
still
what does he
sitting
do
on
now?
that
Go top
Thrash,
truck?
really delayed things as much as possible.
Yeah, I love the usage of that Thrash as well. Not trying to just go
Foul
for the
out.
trades while waiting for
Top truck?
And again,
No.
the read, because I was wondering, now it's got
But this makes sense going short as well. He got no Viper, so he can just hold this line the whole time.
Group up, and Talon just has to read. They are meeting T1
What is this?
Where they go.
Got everyone here. Yeah, and like you said, they got no Viper here, so just holding this line with an op is, or in this case, Outlaw is great. Now we go top truck. Mate, he's absolutely owning them.
Another kill, 2 kills going through, and they're still coming. He's still holding on. He's waiting. He still gets 4 on for the ace. Do they give it to Governor? He does already have the showstopper, so in all theory, it should go to somebody else. The entire team of Talon now on the hunt, and Izu somehow. He slipped the entire net, finds one, gets the headshot, waiting for another, but
Okay,
Ben
very nicely done. Dude, Governor is literally doing his own little world tour of just how many kills can he get in different positions.
Well. I mean, so much
We
of
got
it going right for
all of
Talon
these at
right
the
now.
moment.
T1,
Like,
you
he's
gotta
everywhere,
imagine maybe
dude.
the timeout call being
On top of
soon
truck
again,
as well.
But otherwise, just every part of the map that they're getting pushed into or pushed away from, Governor's on the other end. If not, it's going to be the full squad on the other end with, Primi and that deadlock utility on the other side.
Yeah,
I mean, T1 they just can't figure out the map.
It's gotta
right
feel
now, right?
horrible
You
to
look at
play
the movement,
against.
You look at the round-to-round setup. There's that timeout. You got to call it, because right now the team is just at a loss. Every first contact, the round is already over. You're losing too many members. Talon is making you frantically try to rush onto the site, and you just
How many
don't have
rounds
answers.
do you feel like you
Every
have to
other
get?
round, you don't have the econ rather. So T1
He could have a pretty good
now
defense.
saying, let's
Yeah, I
pump
still
the
kind of
brakes,
think they
let's
need like
reset.
4
What else do
though.
we have? Remember what we trained for.
Might even
How
need
can
5
we
still.
adjust? Because right now,
Not like it's a
Talon
bad
has the read
compound
on us.
attack.
So how do we make sure we try to counter that and re-clear space? Now the big question is the obvious choice here
Getting
from
martialed
T1
outlawed
would
every
be to
round.
wait,
Yeah, they
right?
really
Wait for
are.
a push out,
Is 3
try to get
enough?
a pick,
If 3 and a
and
pistol
slowly
could be
inch
enough if they have a
forward.
really good
So I
game plan,
wonder
in my
if
opinion.
Talon also says, all right,
Just
we
because
read
the
your
Astra
book,
could be
we'll just
weak,
hold.
but
There's 2 ways to go about this. We'll see. Also,
I feel
this
like
is where we
they-
can kind of tell the characteristics. Because T1 could also
I
be
don't
like,
know.
we'll make
It
them
depends
think
how much
we're
they
going for
played
the
against the
obvious change,
deadlock
and then we'll
comps.
just full-on rush again. This time, not changing lanes. And so far, that kind of looks like what it's going to be.
Okay,
It's going to be
it's definitely a decision to not give him an op, but he has an ult.
Oh. It's going to be a mid-pinch from Talon. You've got Showstopper
Oh,
online.
we're sending this.
Everybody keeping their eyes towards mid. Coming out of Hookah, coming out of A short. There's the Showstopper. They already know Buzz is out. Talon just trying
Holy,
to keep the
nice
buck
shots,
up.
bro.
Gets 2, but doesn't even matter. Because now
28
Spike
HP.
dropped, pushed away from your own territory. Meteor has to fight with 28 HP. Just one member left. Stacks, you might be good at clutches, but isolating the 1v1s, and
okay,
that's a
very nice. Dude, the shots from
Primi
Ban
cleans it
here.
up.
Yeah, down to the final protocols with Ban and Primi being able to hold that far apart from each other makes it that much more difficult for Stacks to fight the 1v2. But like you mentioned, just that complete showstopper pitch
now he gets the
down
outlaw
A
out.
short. So much of it broken apart.
This is nice though.
T1
This is T1 like focusing on their new game plan as well. They just go super aggro on defense.
T1 was just not able to execute
They're very proactive.
Band's 11-1.
Very proactive. It's been nice. Where's the outlaw going?
And the operator, it's
Showers.
outlaw,
And T1 just falling back to this fast strats.
Talon is starting to run
They might have owned
this
this though.
T1 don't have any timeouts left, so it's all up to Stacks.
This is like the first round where you look at the minimap and you're like, hold up, they're in a good spot. This is great. Fade ult hits 4.
Nightfall, massive tag as well. Multiple members.
Sorry, I only hit 3. No, it did hit 4.
Already pushed out. Governor says it's all clear. All right, we can all start to rotate and get ready for the retake.
I don't know, his HP didn't go down.
Boys to make sure that he can stay on
Okay,
site.
in reaction to it hitting 4, they rotate, they take so much space.
But now you got to make sure you get up to the site in time. Try to make sure no one spams out of the
They do have the Astra ult, but it's weird because they would want to...
everyone from T1 is busy looking at the site.
Wait, let's see how they end
Governor
up.
makes his way all the way around. Shearwall was just tripped. Governor, he needs to get the kill. Meteor will keep their back safe. Orbital strikes coming out, and that's going to keep Talon at base. Sylvan holding close. A bit of a reset, a bit of a breather. Talon, not much space to work with. They gotta wait for Jip Boys. The Haunt take it out. Ban gets 1 kill. Raise. There's the annihilation.
Nice.
And Sylvan, you can't hold that angle anymore. He's been
They
tied
die
up,
to
and
see
it's
where
all
they
down to
are.
Meteor again, but the barrier miss.
Well, fair play, man.
What do you even do here?
What can you do?
just gotta try to spam it. There's just no
That's sick.
answer. As Meteor gets
Damn,
stuck
that was impressive.
right
That was
in
cool.
the one opening, and that's 9-1.
Oh man, Chobra, not like
Fade.
this. You got the cosmic
Fade
divide, the
eye.
barrier mesh. At that point,
To know
it's
where
just
to
no
do
hope
the
whatsoever.
deadlock
So much
ult.
of
That's
the
cool.
things tried
Wait,
by
what
T1,
is that?
but Talon just being able to send so much their way at the same time. You had that Nightfall, the perfect delay, the ultimates on the other end, the annihilation break off the off angle that Sylvan was holding.
Yeah,
Just
every
Talon is
single
having to
time
go
they
up
got the
and
deadlock
down.
ult, they're making really good use of it.
Trying to peek through the wall, but just not enough room, and Talon correctly identifying how they set that up.
Dude, it's so funny.
Oh man.
Like,
They heard the curve
Fracture
metal was all
picked by
about the wall, so they
Talon,
started to
Talon
just
got
double
wrecked.
things up. And Talon now 9-1.
Behind picked by T1, T1
Serving
are
a
getting
bit for
wrecked.
T1's own medicine after map 1.
Even last map.
Definitely feels a
Oh,
lot
boy.
better for them right now, though. Buzz
Damn,
trying to get
that
ahead of
is-
it with the
that's
judge.
nice,
Blast
though.
packs in towards Bats, takes down Primi. Cruz trying to get ahead as well. In with
If
the
they get
teleporter
3, no joke,
Yeah,
they can
just gonna
win.
be stuck a little bit. So this round, finally, things are looking up for T1. The retake already very slow from Talon. Molly keeping them at bay. Governor and Jip Boys will try to see if they can get any kills from above, but look at the crossfire setup. Sylvan's gonna spot first. Meanwhile, Shearwall tripped, trying to distract him, trying to create an opening. Governor gets 1 kill with the nades. He's been so good with those. But do they know about Izu? Close by, they spot him, and
Nicely
Izu
done,
will
though.
get both, and that should be the round here for T1, man.
Hold up,
For
he's got
kills,
a
but
wingman.
time already running short. He needs to stick onto it. He knows there's just no chance. He's just trying to take the weapons
Yeah,
away.
he's just trying
he
to do
knows they're
damage.
low on creds, and Buzz just says, whatever, I just want the round.
Damn,
and
I
they'll
mean,
each
he
get what they
did
want.
damage. That's a lot of light armors.
Brings us
That's
to the
outlaw
last
for
round of
Governor.
the first half. I mean, T1 just trying to go a little bit quicker this round, just being able to blast back in with the judge in towards Bats. But at the same time, as soon as the spike was planted, right, Talon got themselves into position. But while I think Ban was coming in with the longest flank at the same time, Stacks kept himself in towards a very deep position where he was then able to find it and finally spring out. Although Ban caught him, that was information enough for the rest of the T1 squad to figure out where Ban
Bro, when this
was.
guy's on, his
Yeah,
aim looks so
eventually they
sick.
kept it long enough in control. But look at that, because of the kills that Ban
15
makes,
to 1.
it's going to be even 2 Guardians and a bunch of half armors for T1 on the last round of the half. Shearwall already spotted by Talon, so now they immediately fill hookah, and they say as long as we have one of these angles to drop back into the site, the retake should be in our favor. Showstopper online for Buzz. Do they use it? They're going to use it for the entry. Talon correctly emptying the site. TP immediately
Oh boy.
trying to come through. Steel Guard, and that's going to buy a lot of time
Okay, that's okay.
for T1 here in the post plant.
I'm excited to see what Meteor wants to do here, because if he goes for the wraparound and it's late, it could really own everyone. This is smart from him. He's going to hold here, just making sure that he can hold long.
you know, back
And
in
then
with
if
the
he
rest
wants
of the
to,
team
oh,
on
this
Talon's
knife
side.
is
Yeah,
hitting
Meteor's
3.
position is going to be very important because you don't imagine he's all the way far back.
Yeah,
Governor
Talon
is
will mess this
concerned
one
about
up.
B-main, but
Yeah,
he's my Talon,
Talon
as you
will
mentioned.
mess
He
this one
gets
up.
2, not quite onto 3, but lots
For
of time
sure.
bought. Look at the positions of T1. You're holding close on guard, and the Thrash comes through, but you're not sticking together, so you can still cover each other's angles. Sylvan's still over by elbow as well. Trades back and forth, but eventually numbers advantage.
I mean, they will obviously got to win a pistol.
And they will be able to climb up one more round.
It was still a
making
very,
it
very
3-9
impressive
at the
half.
Yeah, 3-9, you know,
Like,
better
if you
than
ignore this
nothing,
round,
but at
everything
the
else
same
is
time,
awesome.
You just still have to consider the fact that Talon was able to break apart so
Dude,
many
yeah.
of these rounds.
I mean, Talon came in with a plan, and they hammered it home. I mean, the
Yeah,
devs talked
so
about
they
it,
might be
even
able
before the
to.
previous
They might
map
be able to
and
make a
after the
pretty
first map
good
as well. That
plan here.
individual
I feel like
firepower, a lot of it coming through for T1 on
if
map
they can
1
hold
Fracture.
Hooker against
But
this
you look
comp,
at
I
what
think they have a
happens
good chance.
When Talon comes in with a game plan, when they are confident in their own positions and reads, and their shots start just landing every single round, and now things look like they're a little bit flipped.
Yeah, right. I mean, 2 of these players, Ban and Governor, up to
15
double
to 2
digits
is
in terms
outrageous.
of
It really
kills.
is, yeah.
Very few deaths as well. I mean, just so much with their performance
I was
and how
gonna
they're
say
able to
we saw a
shut so
game
much of
yesterday where
T1's
both
game
stranded
plans
with
down
1 death
on
and a
this
half.
defensive side of theirs. Just
I thought
coming
Ban
in
was
with
gonna
the
do it as
off
well.
plays or Ban being able to come in as that playmaker for the rest of the team, refilling space, has the Thrash up so many times of these rounds as well. Gotta imagine what more they can do once the sides are swapped.
Yeah, I'm very curious because what we saw from Talon in their match against GE was that they understood how to take apart a Vice setup when they're
Specific?
on the attack.
Yeah,
how to
it's,
make sure that they can take away that sheer wall, deny
feels a
any
little
of that
bit
utility, how to
like
make sure that they
EMEA, where there's
identify
loads of
where the
teams that
razor
can beat
vines
each
are.
other.
And we'll see if that works even on Bind, a map where Vice has really started to become the favorite for teams across the entire world.
And we've seen, you know, quite a bit of combinations in that first half as well. You know, a lot of their agents kind of complement Governor's Raze in this moment too.
Yeah,
Right, I'm interested for this. Because if I'm playing on defense here, I perma-hold this.
You use a grab net for one, use a seize for the other. I mean, you got grab well as well.
And then my walls
lots
here.
of combinations where just because you used one to take over something like showers that we see on the screen doesn't mean that you don't have any other options.
Absolutely right. Look at how they're trying to break in towards bats right now. Governor
Holy,
just
look at that
breaking into a
pathing.
lot of these sidelines, forcing those crosshairs to go haywire. Meanwhile, the
Governor
peaks
has
come
some of the
out,
most
but unfortunately,
mental
T1
pathing I've
completely
seen.
traded off. It's just Talon taking down so much space around the site.
Governor got so much information
There's
on
a
that
lot of
crazy
low
little
HPs.
double hop
This
across the truck, and that
this
lands the grab net
3v4
as well on Buzz. Nowhere to go.
looks a little
Buzz and Silver
scary.
both taken out right outside of showers, and look at how far apart they are playing this. Obviously low on health as well, but they've got the util, they've got the post
Wingman
lance.
creates a lot
We'll
of
see if they're
pressure.
able to combat through. Here comes the double swing. It's a nice one from Cruz. Meteor still holding
Hey,
by,
nice
but
though.
it's just going to be down to Stacks all alone.
It is half, but
already done. He draws him out, knows where Cruz is. There's the haunt. Tries to buy more time, and
Hey,
there's the
very,
immediate
very
re-swing
nice.
from
Double
Cruz. It's a
pistol
double
as
swing
well.
from the other side.
I mean,
Now
they're
Talon with
taking
both
this.
pistols, leading 10-3.
All right, with the
It's
retake
huge,
going
dude.
through.
They both got a pistol each on the fast
a
pump, so
2-on-3
it's 1-3.
for the perspective of T1, if you will. But just because Talon were able to hold down both opposite angles, right, A short as well as bats, it just forces Stacks to, you know, be in such an uncomfortable position. Despite trying to get that swing off against the lower HP player, Cruz was then able to swing out. So once again, Talon's just finding so much value in these rounds. Now off to the next, we're looking at a
Yeah, just don't get
11-3.
ecoed and you've
We did see a
won
Marshall
pretty much.
briefly in Meteor's hands, but instead it's going to be 3 Sheriffs. So either way you cut it, recognizing that we need a chance to try to get a Thrifty here. We need to rely on our individual firepower to get us through. The Dizzy going to spot multiple here in B main. That's going to be some good information for Izu to pass on, and that's why we see that rotation coming over from Stacks as well.
Trying as much as possible to retrieve information and find some frags as much as possible, but Talon recognizes as well, and they're just going to pick up whatever advantage they can. If that's an alt orb or just a bit more space, sight lines in towards elbow now, possibly.
There's that 0 point. Only spots Ban. Gonna be a couple question marks here for T1.
Yeah, I mean, but it's nice enough.
Goes back to see if he can support on the A side. That's where the spike
They
is
split
going.
one
You
over
already
towards
have a
long,
from
keeps the
Showers
3
as
here,
well.
TP's
Will
away,
chase through Sylvan. That's
and they
gonna
can
open up
split.
some of the sight lines. It's chased through with the
Oh,
Spectre.
it's a
Guns
little
down
bit bold
two.
on the
Side
eco
opened
to
up
go
for
straight in
Talon.
towards lamps, but
Beautiful movement with the blast packs, and with that Prowler as well,
he
just not quite
did.
able to land any sky smokes even further. So now, despite the TP play from Izu, can he really break through into Bats? Needs to find an opening shot, but he's getting wallbanged as
Nice
well.
shot.
Gets at least one with a nice little shot, but then Cruz comes
Dude,
in with the
I will
Spectre
say
just
though,
running and gunning it down.
Talon are a unit.
Meteor now trying to go back in from Dice to
Talon
refill
are a
the
unit.
site.
Every single
Gets
time there's
down
some person
Governor,
to
so
swing
that's
off of
not
them.
too bad, but you still got
Like
three.
everyone's got a body apart
He's
from
ready.
Governor.
You
Really
gotta
just
make sure
sends
you
it.
respect Meteor. Yeah, Cruz recognizes that
Although
as well.
they did
You
in
gotta play
defense.
time here, but you also want to keep the weapons that you can. Defuse not quite going through. Primy, he'll take that challenge, and now all down to Buzz. Finds a Spectre, sees if he can get anybody down. He'll
very
take off the
nice.
armor from Primy, but round still in favor of Talon.
Yeah, still the
as they
bonuses
have
are right though. 3 guns.
Bulldog, Vandal, and Guardian.
Yeah, still a big enough buy. And they're going to be able to purchase up something, at least something a little bit more in the next couple of rounds. I mean, so much of this in the current round was just found because of the Spectres and the speed at which they were able to fill the sites. And T1, you know, they were trying to find those kills right with the Sheriffs, but not quite able to work off the information that they had fast enough.
See what the plan is here. I was wondering if we maybe see a Bucky buy up for Governor, something like that, just to try to
Yeah, I
get
wonder if he's.
to map point. But Talon,
I was thinking because they bought Sheriff Lie armor. I was wondering if we were going to see like an attack outlaw.
See
But
if there's a push out. If not, we work off of our playbook once again.
Okay, but for now, trying to switch up the defensive setups with the sheer wall.
okay, this is. It looks like a good sign from Talon. I'm seeing the bonus rounds. They heavy take over towards Hookah. I think they got a good understanding of what their weaknesses are as well.
This is what they were so good
Fair
at
play, man.
against
They
G as
really
well.
got this one
so
down.
much early utility trying to be drawn out immediately before the 1 minute mark, and then they mask all information.
Again, as long as you take Hookah, then you can hit B.
Sightlines out of Showers,
That's
but
going to
that's
keep you
really
scared that
about
they're going
it.
to
You're
burst
not
over
quite
towards
sure
B.
'cause you saw
A good
hits
knife
coming
though.
on
Knife
both
goes
sides of the
in.
map.
Rotate can
now
happen.
finally the 0 point. We'll notice that there's nobody on the B side, but it's already a hit coming on to the A side. Primy trying to get close. Meteor will stay alive through the smoke.
Then continue to try to watch off in towards a short. They spot them out by the sheer wall.
my,
but
you got
Ben right
another
up on
one
top
in
of the
there.
Ghost will be able to gun down Meteor. At least though, Buzz still being
no matter
pulled
what
down
though,
Bats,
I
and
mean,
that gives
Ban's
him
getting
a
his
good
all
pivotal position
for
to
next
try to
rounds.
break in anyone who might be trying to continue pushing through from A short. Ban just trying to back off as much as possible now, but
Is he ready for
unbeknownst
this?
to him, Izu's right
Wait,
behind.
respect.
Will be able to
He's
check and
really
clear
on it.
against him though. That could be a chance.
Yeah, he was ready for that, just trying to get whatever kills he can. Now going back towards A, hoping that T1 trusts that it's a full wraparound, but I love what T1 did here. Buzz pushes out just in case.
Yeah,
it's a
and he's just
wraparound
going to think
back
this guy's
into A.
Showers.
And Ban, no wingman
Is he
in
ever
hand.
gonna
He's
think
have
this
to plan
guy's going
himself. He
short
wants to
behind
know
him?
he's
Didn't
just
even get
gonna
time
hunt
for the
kills and
plant.
Save over the Phantom. I love this choice from both sides, but T1, of course, securing the round for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't give them too many ults.
Working with whatever advantage that they have. So for T1, that would be numbers to secure the round win. Meanwhile, for
Could have
Talon,
planted. Yeah, he could have
you've got
planted,
the
but
gun,
you
you've
got to
got
imagine
so
that
many runs
someone's
under
like
your belt. Might as well play
here
the
or
long
here.
game at this point. You know, get whatever you can get, but at the same
And then if
time,
he plants,
just
they
you
get
could see
2
how,
orbs, and
you
then
know,
they start getting
despite Talon
ults.
were
Like,
able
I don't
to
think it's
work
the
against
worst
that
decision
Vice
ever.
utility. T1 still kind of working around the positions and the fundamentals of how they want to work around the site.
So something that Talon did well was, cleaning out the arc rows and trying to get through from A short, knowing that you can jump
Like, they're
over
so
those
far
crosses
away
over
from
that
ults
sheer
as
wall.
well. It
However,
is
they can't
nice.
quite clear the razor vines, which is
Does
what
mean if they
really
win
kept
this, they can
Governor
pretty
on
much
an
just
island on the site for so long.
win the
This
game.
time already, though, sheer
Again,
wall change
Talon,
up from
heavy
Meteor.
priority
Meanwhile,
of
it's a hit
Hookah.
onto
It's
that
very
B
nice.
side. There goes the Thrash all the way into backside. The chase
Then
through
we
Governor.
fish.
They know they got the hit.
Double
and that's
satchel
the
if
site
it hits.
opened up. Izu has to back out and
It's
yield.
been a nice
So
bind from them.
fantastic,
It
and
really
because
has
of
been.
that, 4 and 5 immediately. Baramash out as
Governor
well.
does
Steel
a
Guardian
lot,
trying to break on through.
But if
they
he's
can get
hitting the
through
shots,
Baramash
then he's
fast
hitting the
enough,
shots.
But also Talon has gotten out of that range.
And look at Cruz, meanwhile. The main force just has to buy
Yeah,
time.
Meteor
He's
went
coming
before
around
the
all the way
flash.
on the flank. The retake's very fast. They're already on site. Cruz, you gotta
Dude,
get
that
here
flash
just a little
free
bit
window
faster.
is
Sonic
so
sensors
strong.
should buy just one more turn. Primy, but he's been suppressed. The sonic sensors not gonna go off just yet. There's the fragment. He has to peek out. He gets taken out. Cruz. He spots one. Can he make sure he gets both? And he
Okay,
lines them up
handled.
for map point for Talon.
Really nice.
So sneaky right up
And
from behind.
Talon
Primy's sharp
did the
as
small
well
win
as
of
ever.
learning
He
that
was
they're
trying
gonna
to tap away, but
flash
that
through
just
this
brought
window
enough
with Gecko the whole
attention
time
away
as
from
well.
Cruz that he was then
Okay,
able to
8
sneak up from
chances.
behind,
One-sided map into
crouching in with
one-sided
that
map.
spray down as well. Perfect clutch, perfect round for Talon to reach map point.
There's something about Talon that you might think, you know, the comps are so different each map or each game they play and things like that.
Yeah, but this
what
one's
we're
been
noticing
good.
Is really, especially on this bind as well, is that, okay, we pick a point, we pick a target, we take him down, and then we break things apart. Especially because T1 is always going to start with this default spread. And so once we're able to get in, then we have post-plant. A lot of delay, once again, with things like the fairy mesh, the C's, etc. So
Prowler
once we
tanked the
get plan,
Governor.
that's our mission. Governor goes in again, this time close range. Ban there with a trade. Judge holding lamps. You've already got so much control. Sylvan wants to peek out, but doesn't find the time. Now he's just going to hide out. He's been surrounded. On the side of Meteor, gets caught by the Annihilation. That's going to be all members down. Sylvan now all alone. Meteor is simply on the UI. That's all you can hope for. And that is the map showstopper.
They actually wrecked them. That was a nice one. And I think they have a good understanding of their comp because it has weaknesses, but they were covering it up really well. I was impressed. I think obviously Ban played insane. Like, Ban played insane, but I think Governor did great as well on defense. Like, he was actually everywhere.
Being able to break apart T1 or